This is second lecture of thermal engineering, in which we were studying fundamentals of thermodynamics, in which we have already saw what is thermodynamics, that is science which deals with heat interaction between the system and surrounding. Then about pure substance, that is the substance whose composition is homogeneous, that substance is pure substance. Then what is working substance? Working substance is the substance which loses and gain heat easily, example of freon and ammonia. Then we have already studied thermodynamic system. What is system, what is boundary, what is surrounding, what is universe. System is the space under consideration or machine under consideration. Boundary is the imaginary envelope enclosing the boundary or enclosing the system. What is surrounding? The region outside the system. And then what is universe? Universe is the system, and universe is what? The composition of system and surrounding. Then we have already seen that the type of thermodynamic systems: open system, closed system, isolated system. Example of open system is hot cup tea, open or placed in open space. Then for closed system, the same cup, when lid is placed on its surface, and then isolated is thermos glass. Then property is what? Any observable or measurable characteristic of thermodynamics or any machine, that is property of that system. There are two type of property, mainly intensive and extensive property. Intensive properties are independent of mass. Intensive properties are independent of mass, and extensive properties are dependent on mass. Intensive property are temperature, density, hardness, refractive index, and extensive properties are volume, mass, size, length. Because as mass increases, this property will also increase. Therefore, extensive depend on mass, intensive independent of mass, temperature, density. Okay, then state is what? When a process is taking place, then any equilibrium condition is called as state. Then process means when transformation takes place of any matter. Cycle and path, quasi-static process, that is a reversible process, okay, or very slow going process are called as quasi-static process. Then then we have seen non-flow process, that are closed process. The process occurring in closed system which do not permit the transfer of mass across their boundary are known as non-flow process. It does not let the mass flow from the system. Energy can be transferred, but mass does not flow. That's why, since mass does not flow out of the system, therefore it is non-flow process. Then flow process, in which mass as well as energy transfer takes place, that are flow process. This much we have already discussed in first lecture. Now let's start with second lecture, that is point function and path function. Okay, point function. What is point function? If for given state there is a definite value for each property, then the property is known as point function. And then what is path function? We have to distinguish between point function and path function. Point function is if for a given state there is a definite value for each property, then the property is known as point function. Now path function, properties which are not thermodynamic are called path function. The properties which are not thermodynamic are called path function. Point function are exact differentials. Path functions are exact differential. Point function are exact differential. That means we can derive it. But path function are inexact differentials. Point function definition example of point function are pressure, temperature, volume, entropy, enthalpy. Okay, these are depend on only point, or we can add while process is going on, then we can measure these quantities at any point, but in path function heat and work cannot give the result in between or while process is going. We can directly calculate them when it ends. Okay, then point function, this type of thermodynamic property only depend on end states, and in path function these are depend on the path taken from one state to another state, but are independent of on the state. Now now we have to study some, these were the point function and path function. Now we have to study some definitions which are very necessary for understanding the thermodynamic systems or thermodynamics. Okay, first is volume. Volume is what? It is defined as the amount of space that a substance is occupied. Okay, volume is what? The amount of space that substance is occupied. Its unit is meter cube. Okay, volume is denoted by V, and unit is equals to what? Meter cube is the unit. Then density is what? It is denoted by rho, and which is equals to mass per unit volume. Okay, you can see the definition. It is measure of mass per unit volume. It is denoted by rho and is equals to m upon v. Its unit will be mass for kg upon volume is for meter cube. Therefore unit of density is kg per meter cube. Okay, then we have specific volume. Okay, we have another definition or important concept is specific volume. It is defined as the ratio of volume of substance to the mass occupied by the volume. Okay, got it? Or specific volume is defined as ratio of volume of substance to the mass occupied by the volume, or simply reciprocal of density, that is V upon m. It is denoted by small v, and which is equals to V upon m, and unit will be meter cube per kg. Now temperature is it is the measure of hotness or coldness of the body. Temperature is temperature is what? We can just guess whether it is hot or cold. Therefore temperature is just the measure of hotness or coldness of the body, or measure of the ability of the system to transfer energy by conduction or radiation. Temperature, higher temperature means it can transfer the energy. Okay, then its unit, temperature has 2-3 units, that is degree Celsius. We can measure it in Kelvin and also in Fahrenheit. So there is I have given a conversion over here. So how to convert Kelvin or degree Celsius into Kelvin? If we add 273 into the T degree Celsius, then we get the in Kelvin. That means 27 degrees Celsius is equals to 300 Kelvin. Okay, then temperature in degree Celsius is equals to F. F stands for Fahrenheit. Temperature in measuring scale, Fahrenheit is the temperature measuring scale. So T degree Celsius is equals to F minus 32 into 5 by 9. This is formula for conversion of temperature in degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. And this is first formula which converts degree Kelvin to degree Celsius, and this one is for conversion of degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, now what is absolute temperature? Absolute temperature, next definition is absolute temperature. Absolute temperature is the temperature below which the temperature of any substance cannot fall. It is the temperature which is equals to minus 273 degrees Celsius. Below this temperature no substance can be cooled down, or below this temperature temperature cannot be fall for any material. That's why it is called as absolute temperature, that is minus 273 degrees Celsius. Now, or which can be also called as 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin. Now next concept is, did you got this absolute temperature? Absolute temperature is the temperature below which the temperature of any substance cannot fall, which can be considered as minus 273 degrees Celsius or 0 Kelvin. Then next concept is pressure, which is denoted by P. Pressure is the force force per unit area. Pressure is what? Force per unit area, which is equals to, as P is equals to F upon A. F is force and A is the area. Its unit will be Newton per meter square. Force is measured in Newton and area is in meter square. Therefore, its units become Newton per meter square, or it is also called as Pascal. Okay, as it is discovered by Pascal, so Pascal is the unit of pressure. Now there is also one unit of pressure, that is bar. 1 bar is equals to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Here it is. 1 bar is equals to 10 raised to 5 Pascal. Again, 1 atmospheric pressure, that means the pressure under which we are actually. Okay, so 1 atmospheric pressure is equals to 101.325 kilopascal, or 1.01325 bar, or 760 Hg/mm. Okay, this is the atmospheric pressure. Okay, now energy. Energy is what? It is the capacity energy. Energy is the capacity of doing work. Its unit is, if you can see, its unit is joule. Okay, its unit is joule. Now power. Power is defined as rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is called as power. Power is measured in watt. Okay, power is measured in watt or joule per second. Power is measured in watt or joule per second, or joule per second means watt. Then work and energy. Okay, we have, these are all the definitions. 8 definitions are there. So kindly keep in mind all these definitions. Okay, then work and energy. What is work and energy? Work is transient form of energy. Then the part of boundary of the system undergoes a displacement. Under the action of force, the work is done. Definition of work is what? Force into displacement. In the same way, if the boundaries of system displaces, then the work is said to be done. Then the energy can cross the boundaries of a closed system is the form of heat. In the form of heat, we know that the energy can cross the boundary of a closed system in the form of heat. Or so if that heat is heat or work. Okay, that energy is heat or work. So if the energy crossing the boundary is not heat, then it must be work. We know that for closed system, mass do not transfer, but energy transfer from the system. So this energy transferred can be of two forms. Either it may be heat or can be work. Got it? Again, let me tell you, in a closed system, the energy crosses the boundary of the system in the form of heat or work. Okay, energy crosses the boundary in the form of heat or work. That means if the energy crossed is not heat, then it must be work. For stable system, work is 0 as displacement is. Okay, let's next. For stable system, the work is 0, because if there is no displacement, there will be no work. Okay, now definition of work. What is the definition of work? Is the energy transfer associated with the force acting through a distance. Okay, what is this definition? Or you can simply say work done is the force into displacement, or work is the energy transfer associated with a force acting through a distance. If the work is done, okay, these are the two important points to remember. First is, if the work is done by the system on the surrounding, then work is to be considered positive. Okay, if the work is done by the system on the surrounding, then the work is positive. And if work done by the surrounding on the system then work done is negative. These 2 points kindly keep in mind. If work done by the system on the surrounding, work considered positive. If by the surrounding on the system, then considered as a negative. As the work is easily converted into any form, therefore work is high grade energy. That means we can convert our work in kinetic energy, heat energy, electrical energy. Work can be converted in any form, so it is considered as high grade energy. Okay, then heat transfer and energy. We have seen already work. We were looking for heat and work. We have studied the work. Now let's see the heat transfer and energy. Heat is form of energy. We already know that heat is the form of energy. Heat is the energy interaction driving force caused by the temperature difference between system and surrounding. Heat is what it is. It flows just because of temperature difference. If there are two bodies with different temperature, then the temperature flows from, or heat flows from, not temperature, heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. So it is the energy interaction driving force caused by the temperature. It is heat is because of temperature. Okay, so because of temperature difference, heat flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. The energy in transition, the energy in transition alone is called heat. Symbol of heat is Q and unit is kilojoule. Unit of heat is kilojoule and denoted by Q. Heat transfer by 3 mode. Heat can be transferred by 3 mode. One is conduction, another is convection, and third one is radiation. Conduction means if we are holding a metal wire in our hand and put it on a flame, then the heat comes to our hand by that through that wire. Okay, that is conduction. Second one is convection. Convection means because of temperature difference, molecule transfer from one place to another place. Like while we are boiling water, the hot water comes to the surface and cold water goes to the bottom. In this way, the molecule movement start. So that is convection. And another is radiation. Both conduction and convection require medium for transfer. Okay, but for radiation, if there is no medium, no matter, it will flow, or heat will go from one place to another place. Like the energy radiated by sun is coming to the earth, though there is no medium between sun and earth. So the radiation do not need any medium for transfer. Okay, then the heat flow will be limited to attain the thermal equilibrium. The amount of heat transfer is totally depend on path followed, not on end condition. At is it path function. It is not depend. Heat is not depend on end conditions. It is depend on the path followed by the system. And first thing is what? It is the heat flow. Heat flow from one source to another source or another sink only up to when the two body comes in equilibrium. When two body, let one body is at higher temperature and it is losing the heat to the another body which is at lower temperature, the heat transfer will takes place up to the equilibrium between two bodies is achieved. Okay, that means when both the body get the achieves the both same temperature, then the heat transfer will stop. Until the temperature difference is there, heat transfer will takes place. But when there is no temperature difference, there will be no heat transfer. Therefore, for heat transfer there must be temperature difference. The principle of conservation of energy state that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, though it can be transformed from one form to another form. Okay, this is the principle of conservation of energy. Then according to this law, when system undergo a change, okay, this is the law, principle of conservation of energy, principle of conservation of energy. Now according to this law, when system undergo a change of state, both the heat and work transfer takes place. The net energy transfer is stored within the system and is known as total energy of system. We know that when system undergoes any change of state, both heat and work transfer takes place. The net energy transfer is stored within the system and is known as total energy of the system. That means total heat energy is used for storing internal energy and doing work. If we are doing something, our system is giving out heat, it is used for two purpose: for increasing internal energy, and another is to do the work. Okay, so this is the heat and, or these are the heat and energy. Okay, or these were the thing about heat and energy. Now let's see the similarity between the heat and work. What are the similarity in the heat and work? Let's see that. Okay, similarity between heat and work. Both heat and work are directional quantity. Both heat and work are directional quantity. Both are path function. We have already discussed in point function and path function. Heat and work are path function. Then both are associated with the process, not a state. It does not depend on the state. How the process is going, it is depend on that. System possesses energy. Okay, this both heat and energy possesses are the energy. Difference between heat and work. Difference between, we have to distinguish. The question is asked in the exam, what is the difference between heat and energy? Now if it occurs due to temperature difference, heat is occur due to temperature difference. Work is what? It is due to motion or displacement. Now heat is no, here is no restriction on transfer of heat. There is no restriction on transfer of heat. And in work, in stable system, work is zero. Now in heat, the sole effect external to the system could be reduced to raise the weight, but heat transfer of the effect is also considered. And work, the sole effect external to the system could be reduced to rise of weight. Now fourth point, in heat, low grade energy, and work is high grade energy. Okay, remaining topic we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.